afternoon to most of you. Thank you for attending this month's AlpsControls.com solution series with functional devices today. Remember, we'll have a raffle to those attending today. We're raffling off 2 JBL speakers. Those will be given out by the end of the week once we consolidate who all has attended today. It looks like they might just fit in your cup holder in your golf cart, if I understand them correctly. So thank you to Functional Devices to providing that giveaway. Really excited to see how many people were interested in this call today, whether it was the speaker or the subject matter here that we'll talk about. Thank you very much for your attention today. I'll introduce myself very quickly. Jason McCormick, Inside Sales Manager here at AlpsControls.com. In addition to that role, I work closely with the carrier headquarters in Kennesaw and then purchasing in North Carolina to manage our preferred supplier agreement with Automated Logic branches. Today, we have a great partnership with Functional Devices. They'll be presenting some of the new power supplies created to specifically help Automated Logic and carrier. Functional Devices is one of the most commonly sourced brands that you all purchase from AlpsControls.com. We both thank you for that business. And yeah, very popular amongst your contractor network. And I think it'll make it that much better here, seeing what they've supplied us with here in the last few months. Many of you may have already been introduced to this to a degree. Blake actually will be joining us here and making the presentation. You may have met him. Jim from AlpsControls.com at the Vegas dealer meeting last week. My inside team has also been sending some emails, phone calls, things of that nature to try to get the word out of this new product line. And again, thank you for the undivided attention today. Should only be about 15 minutes, but yeah, Q&A will be at the end. I'll describe that in a second. But really, DC power is better. Was kind of the subject here. It's a cleaner, more energy efficient way to power your controllers. DC power is also going to help with powering your field devices instead of using up all the auxiliary contacts on your controller. I understand that the new OptiFlex controllers now accept and prefer the DC power, which really drove this meeting to happen today. I was told that the Ethernet VAV controllers that you're all using consume about 50 VA of power using AC, but only 18 to 20 watts using DC power. This allows you to pick up more controllers on a single circuit. Before I do hand this off to Blake, I encourage everybody to look in the top right corner of your screens. There's a Q&A button up there. At any point during the meeting, please type out your question. We'll moderate that at the end and spend as long as it really takes to answer everybody's question. And again, yeah, about 15 minutes from now, we'll do all that. So without further ado, I'd like to confidently hand this over to Blake Morgan. He manages the Automated Logic channel of business for Functional Devices. So him and I work very closely together. Yep, we'll be in good hands and hear from me here at the end.
Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. First off, I wanted to thank Jason and the team at AlpsControls.com for allowing me to speak to you folks today. But also thank you all for taking the time in your morning and afternoon to listen to me discuss some of our new DC power supplies that we hope will be very beneficial to all the points that Jason just brought up previously. So just to go over what I plan on speaking to you about today. I'd be remiss if I didn't do a very, very brief overview of our current offering of AC and DC power supplies, just in case you're unaware. But mainly I wanted to review our line of enclosed DC power supplies that Functional Devices is manufacturing in-house, as well as review our dim mount pulse DC power supplies. But mainly just take any feedback from all you folks as to how we can improve our products and, any product ideas that, we can expand upon. I know when I was in Las Vegas, I heard a lot of great feedback from a lot of different dealers and, folks that work for Automated Logic. So any feedback that you can provide us for new products, we definitely are happy to explore those options and see if we can move forward with those. So just a quick overview of our AC and DC power supplies. As you can see here, we have a pretty wide offering. We offer 40 to 500 VA AC models. As you can see, we from the large power supply, that's our 300 VA with a low voltage compartment. We offer single and dual transformers, pre-packaged power supply kits, which I will touch on here in a couple of slides. Most of these models are class 2 with on-off control, overcurrent protection, an LED indicator, high-low separation, and a convenience outlet. Kind of going with our whole philosophy of having everything be prepackaged, just like our relays. And that's really led to success with this product category. In terms of revenue, it is our most successful product category. So I'm really excited that we're finally expanding this just beyond AC power supplies and moving into DC power, which I think will benefit you folks as well as some of our other customers. So to start with our DC power supplies that we are manufacturing in-house, these are our new enclosed 24-volt DC power supplies that have up to 2.5 amp protection. So as you can see on the slide to the left here, we've got two models. We've got a single transformer and a single hub and a dual hub option. The single is going to be a 60-watt output DC power supply, while the dual is going to have a 100 VA AC power supply on one circuit and then a 60-watt output DC power supply on the second circuit. Just like our dual and single hub AC power supplies, these come with a convenience outlet, high-low separation, and an on-off switch. These are highly efficient when using DC power. The fact that high voltage is enclosed in this power supply means that the high voltage is going to be located within the panel in one location. These are both class 2 rated, so these will provide class 2 power to your panel. They're UL 508 listed, as well as coming with a 5-year warranty, which is something that we're including with all of our products. And like I previously mentioned, these are made in our facility in Charlottesville, Indiana. So these are made in the USA, like most of our products that we currently manufacture. And with our newly designed power supplies, again, we offer the same great quality as we do with our AC products, and with the convenience of a 24-volt DC on all your products. These, like I said before, include the UL Class 2 certification, allowing for high-low separation within your panel, or you can use this as a standalone power supply depending on your application. And I really like showing this slide because it just shows what these look like within an enclosure. And this is actually what this looks like with our prepackaged power supply kits. So currently we do offer these with our single and dual hub AC power supplies. However, we do plan on moving forward with this with our DC power supplies. And with this, you can either select the single or dual hub power supply. You can choose your enclosure. We offer 2 sizes, whether or not that's a narrow or wide. We offer a door, whether that's going to be key latch or reversible. And then we offer either polymetal or perforated steel sub panel. So I just wanted to touch on that. If you wanted to buy the kit with everything kind of prepackaged, ready to go, that is something that we do offer. But the main thing I really want to speak to you folks about today is our new line of DIN mount DC power supplies. We are partnering with a company based out of Germany called Pulse to sell these products. We're actually selling a line of their new Piano series DIN mount power supplies. So just showing you, some of the product features. They support 100 to 200 volts auto select input with multiple outputs ranging from 15 watts all the way to 240 watts. They have a DC-OK relay contact, meaning you'll know the power supply output power is good. It has multiple ratings, UL 508 CE, so these are sold in the EU, obviously, since we do, these are manufactured in Germany. And these are cost optimized without compromising quality. The reason why we decided to sell these power supplies through Pulse is because they hold the same philosophy on, having high standards for the quality of their products, just like Functional Devices. We test every product before it leaves our facility. So that's something that we really care about. And we felt like Pulse held that same philosophy that we do. Some of the benefits of this line of power supplies, they're reliable with efficiency up to 93.8%. They save space in a panel. They really don't take up too much real estate. We do offer 9 models of variable sizes depending on the wattage, but altogether, these do not take up much space in your panel. They're very easy to wire. Like all of our products that we do manufacture in-house, this does come with a 5-year warranty. And then something that we are really trying to do, like with our RIP trifecta, if you guys know our relays, current sensors, and power supplies, is to be your one-stop shop for your panel requirements, whether that be your relays, your power supplies, your enclosures, your sub panel, whatever it be. We're really trying to be your one-stop shop and to provide you solutions for all your panel needs. And just going into a little bit of detail, this is line items of the 9 different models that we do offer through Pulse. I didn't say this before, but we do have access to their full catalog. So if there's a power supply that is on this list that doesn't meet your technical requirements, we can pull in more of these power supplies depending on your needs. But I just want to show you this chart just to show you just the different outputs and the different power outputs ranging from, again, 15 watts all the way to 240 watts. And then some of the special features. So again, a couple of these models have the DCOK relay output. Some have push-in terminals or screw terminals. And then we do also, at the moment, offer 1 model that is Class 2 rated. And then kind of going back to being your one-stop shop for all your panel needs. This picture here just shows, having your field controller, installing our RIB DIM-mounted relays, as well as our Pulse DC power supplies. Again, just really trying to be your one-stop shop for all your panel needs and hopefully be able to provide you not only a quality solution, but a cost-effective solution when you're trying to build out your panel space. But that's all I've really got. Again, that's just a really quick run through. I just want to let you guys know all the devices that we do offer. And from there, I'll kick it back to Jason.
Great. Thanks, Blake. I have my screen shared here just to show an alpscontrols.com customer where to find these products in our catalog. So any bit of technical information, of course, pricing, all of that will be built into our catalog. Power supplies is the main category that you would start with. I have these preloaded here. When you were to click power supplies categories, where you'll see these DIN mount options. So all the way through here, pricing, and something cool that many of you may not have noticed yet, but Functional Devices is one of the first ones to hop on board with providing stock counts. You'll see 34 available, low stock 2 available. Maybe we'll ask Blake here if, say that you needed 3 of these units. It would help us all to know what a lead time expectation would be for this 90 watt for this example. But for the most part here, that's every model you could pick from. Clicking on any of those part numbers will take you, well, let me, I guess, go in order here. The enclosed transformers that Blake started with, there are those 3 models that he mentioned. All I did was go to the enclosed transformer section, selected Functional Devices, and then picked the DC output, which shows that nobody else in our catalog has an enclosed transformer. So these are very much so a quality product, and in this case, first to the market. So those will be all found there, and any part number you'd click on goes over to specification sheets, warranties, and probably a picture from their catalog. All information for ordering, including pricing. I should have started with this. These prices are not resembling what an automated logic dealer or branch would purchase. This is more of our public account. So wanted to say that we're not looking at exact costs here. You will all receive a better cost than what you're seeing on this page for demo purposes. And then lastly, when we click this specification sheet, it goes, of course, to the specification sheet that they provide to us. Nothing Alps branded at that point, but a one-stop shop for all that documentation. Of course, it's on their website as well, but anything they provide to us will be posted, so you don't really have to leave the alpscontrols.com site. Okay, so that's it for the catalog and functionality. At this point, I hope we were able to generate some good questions here. Alan, I will ask you to take a look at the queue and do our best to answer any questions that you have, whether it's me or Blake. Yeah, thanks everybody. And if you haven't yet, the Q&A is still open, so feel free to type those in as we discuss the others.
Thanks, Jason. This is Alan Lopazinski, the Director of Marketing at Alps Controls, and welcome to everybody. Thanks for joining us. We do have a whole bunch of questions already in our queue, so get ready, fellas. Here they come. Christopher Alcala would like to know, is the DC output adjustable? Reason being is that our line of DDC controls are 26 VDC with a 10% plus or minus.
Are the DC adjustable? Are you speaking on the DIN mount series or our enclosed series?
I would guess probably if you could answer the DIN rail mount in case we
DIN
can't.
rail route, yeah.
Forth quick enough.
I can check into that. I will look into that to see if these are adjustable, and I can look up some of these answers for you through my engineering team if I can't answer them right away. So I'll look to see if they're adjustable for our DIN mount DC power supplies.
And we can check with Pulse's catalog too, in case there are some others that do have different catalog pages, and you have to bring those into inventory. If it's a popular item that you'd like to source.
Sean McLaughlin wants to know, will RIB be offering a DC power supply built like a PSH 300 or 500? The Pulse models have the additional output, but with not being in an enclosure, which would require arc flash gear when servicing.
Very good question. We are currently in the process of having some conversations with our new product manager. We received a lot of feedback in Vegas last week, and we've honestly received a lot of feedback from Automated Logic over the past few years. And right now we're really quantifying that. So to answer your question, it's potentially on the horizon. We actually have a meeting next week to discuss, but it is a product that is top priority to develop here in the next few months.
Likewise with Alps Controls, we've had the same questions coming our way, so that would be great if that was possible and cost effective at the end of the day.
Yep, and it's for the first time it's actually in the process, so it's at very early stages of development. But I can say that we're having the conversations, and we are going to potentially move forward on that product. So.
Charlie Brown has weighed in with a couple of one comment and one question. He comments, some Pulse models are adjustable voltage. And then he asks a question also. He says, can Alps Controls offer the Pulse, PISA 11 dot class 2 module to make sure the higher wattage power supplies stay within the class 2 wiring?
We would love to. We'll visit that with Blake and take a look at that catalog. It sounds like that's a product that may not be in the alpscontrols.com catalog now, if I understand it correct, Charlie. So yeah, I jotted that number down. Blake and I will work to see if it can be added in the near future and bring it in from Germany.
Alan Lee would like to know, any NEMA rated panel available to pair with the power supplies?
So I believe that the panels that we do currently offer, the enclosures, are going to be NEMA 1. We can double check on that. And I do want to say, yeah, the output range is adjustable. So to confirm that, I looked into that. That is adjustable. I can look to see exactly what the NEMA ratings are for our enclosures, but I believe they are NEMA 1.
I will pull that up right here in our catalog to confirm. I believe you're right. I looked under functional devices, enclosures, and the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 or 8 different NEMA 1 sizes. And I will go back one step here to see if there are NEMA 4s, NEMA 3s, etc. But I believe you have solutions for all of that. Okay, so yes, there are some NEMA 4 options. And then the prefabricated panels would be right here that Blake showed in his screenshot. So NEMA 1, NEMA 4 is a yes. I guess what I should do here, though, is check the prefabricated panels and see if
One's the long part numbers.
Yeah, there's 6 different ones. So Blake, if none of these, they seem to be 24 VAC. If we wanted to pair a DC power supply with one of these, we'd want to come up with a part number that bundles the DC and the NEMA 1 panels. We just replicate all of these sizes, but instead of the AC, we do a DC version.
Yeah, that's a conversation we're having. I brought that up to our group last week, and it shouldn't be too difficult. We would just have to come out with some new materials and get the new part number, but that's something that is forthcoming.
Okay.
Okay, we've got someone who wants to know, why are the PSH 100 DC power supplies 60 watt when the part number has a 100 in it? Given our history with the AC version being 100 volts, the DC part number is misleading. Can the DC version be made 100 watt or at least close to 100 watt?
Good question. I can definitely speak with our engineering team and just figure out what the thought process was on having that be a 60 watt output. So I will make sure to get with my engineering team and get with Jason so that way he can provide you some information, some feedback as to why our engineers decided to design the product that way.
Yeah, for now, I'll suggest something here very quickly. The way that they're in the catalog here, we can actually look, this is a temporary fix hopefully, but let's see, a 90 watt version can be selected from the left-hand side here. And in this case, it looks like all the 90 watts are labeled as 90. I'll go to the 60. Okay, I might be missing something. Those two examples seem to be lined up with part numbers and wattage. So we'll look into all of them to make sure that it's consistent across the product line.
Qingyang Zhao wants to know, any selection for half wave and full wave for those DC supplies?
Half wave and full wave. I can look into that for you. That's a good question. I'll see if we have any selection for half wave or full wave with engineering.
Okay, we have a few more here. Forgive me if this goes over something we've already discussed, but I'm pushing all kinds of buttons here behind the screen, so I might not have seen all of your answers. Let's see. Keith Lazek, I think you answered this one. He's asking if there's any plan or a roadmap to provide a DC power supply in the same format as the PSH 300 and 500A. I think we talked about that a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, and just to touch on that again, we're really focusing on developing new products going into next year. We've hired a new product manager, and we're really streamlining that process. So we're currently working on presenting the data that we've gotten from you folks over the past year or so. And I personally think it's going to be a viable product. So it's still in its early stages, but we do have a roadmap to develop that product. We're just in the beginning stages at this point.
I think that might be all the questions that we have right now. Once again, thanks everybody, and take it away, gentlemen.
Right, that covers it. So thank you. Yeah, I'll mimic Alan there and thank everybody for their time. And just, yeah, Q&A is great. We jotted down everything that was asked here that couldn't be answered today. So Alan will get those names from you just to confirm who should receive the follow-ups. And again, with the giveaway, we will take a look at who all attended today, make sure that real attendees are in the runnings for these, and we'll reach out. Your salesperson will reach out to you and let you know whether you won or not. So good luck.
Yeah, and I want to thank AlpsControls.com, Jason, Alan, for allowing me to have the platform to speak to everyone today. And thanks for everyone that attended. I apologize I wasn't able to answer every question, but I've got them jotted down just like Jason does. So I'll make sure to get those answered as soon as possible. That way he can get back with you and answer your questions. But again, thank you so much for your time today, and I really appreciate it.